Trevor brings up the cards here. Okay, once again, folks, please raise your hand when you have a question. Identify yourself. First of all, have an opening statement from Coach Rueck.
All right. Gonzaga played a great game today. That's I think the highest percentage anybody shot against us all year, and the most points I believe that we've given up this season. So you got to tip your hat to them. They played a great game. They just kept coming at you, which is what they do. And so it's a really good basketball team. On the other side of it, I love my team, and I thought, we gave a great effort today. It wasn't quite good enough, but this team's had an unbelievable season. Once again, we were supported in an incredible way, like we have been all year. So grateful for that support. It's such a special thing to be a part of. And so, my overwhelming emotion is gratitude. It's been a pleasure this year. Every year is different, so it's been a pleasure to work for this team, and invest everything like we do with this group of people. They're extremely special, and I'm sorry it ended today. But we finished this thing with our heads high. It's been an unbelievable year.
Questions for the student athletes?
Gary Morris with the Statesman Journal. You said a great run in the second half, tied it, and I think with just a few minutes left. Do you think at that point, crowd was electric, that Oregon State was open on?
No. Gonzaga, they brought it to us every single possession today. Credit to them. They played an amazing game. And it sucks to go out this way, but nothing you can do. It's all part of God's plan. We move forward and work hard this offseason. Remember it.
Lindsay?
Chanel Sports Illustrated said you guys played a great emotion early in the game. You're yelling, screaming, fist pumping after big shots, and then it looked like it kind of went away. Did you feel that, like an emotional drop?
I don't think so. I think we just started to make a little bit of mistakes. I know there were a lot of turnovers in the first half, and then we had a few in the beginning of the second half as well. And that takes away from the flow of our offense, and it lets them go on runs. But I think our emotions were high the whole time, but I think our turnovers set us back a little bit in that regard.
Kerry?
Gary Akers, Portland Tribune. The offensive board, Scott, it seemed like, especially the second half, where
No, we do that as student athletes first. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me answer that. Did you feel like the offensive boards were key?
For them or for us?
For them.
For them, yeah.
Second half especially.
I would say, for sure, that was a key to the game for them. I think we all wanted to win the game really bad, and we were all fighting, but sometimes we wanted to match and we couldn't hit the bodies really, and yeah, that was definitely key to the game.
Tom Cluster's coach review. Obviously, you guys had the advantage in length, but talk about what it was like, especially Marie going inside in the paint and battling.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, well,
sorry.
You guys had the advantage in height and length. But what was it like battling in the paint with their players who were almost as big? But were they quick? Were they strong? How would you describe them?
They have they're feisty. They know, they push. I mean, it's pretty physical down there, and even if they're not your height, they have the advantage, so they push you at your hip.
Yeah, they did. They were strong down there, and they have a lot of versatility. Going inside and outside, they had number 14 hit a few outside shots. 12 was playing hard, and they crashed the boards well. So, like Marie said, they're very strong and very active.
Kurt?
Sydney, poor shooting day for you. Did you feel the defense was the key, or what happened?
Just didn't drop tonight. I was so proud of Allie and Jamie. They were hitting big shots. Allie came out of the gates second half and hit a huge three in the corner. So wasn't my day today, but everybody else, we were trying to pick up the slack. I would love to hit shots on days like today, obviously, to get a win, but it wasn't in the cards today. But I'm proud of how everybody else battled.
And Gina Mizell, the Oregonian Sydney, what do you hope that you guys learned from this experience? You've been in the tournament twice in a row. You win the Pac-12, but you win the second round. So what do you hope that now you guys can learn from this?
We have to bring passion every single day, and every day is a new day, whether it's off-season or in-season practicing, games, whatever. Every day is new. It shouldn't be the same. It shouldn't be routine for us. We should be getting the most out of every single moment. So I just reiterating that with the team and pushing each other every day and getting the most out of these 4 years together, how much time we have together, because it goes by fast. And just having a constant fire and a drive to get better, get to where we want to go.
Gina? I'm sorry.
Sydney, do you say that because you felt that at points this season you didn't have that passion every day?
I don't think so, but it's a long season. There are going to be days where, personally I come in and it's like, it's another day of practice, but you have to get rid of that fast, and you have to love your job, and it's easy to do that with the people we're surrounded by every single day. I know I catch myself sometimes mentally weak, but I get back into that mindset to be grateful, like Coach Rueck said, to be grateful for where we are, and just to keep pushing and keep striving to be great.
Steve?
Seagrass, because at times, Sydney, I know it's tough right now, but and I know you guys accomplished a lot. How long do you think it might take you to maybe sit back and really reflect on what a fantastic season it's been for you guys?
It hurts right now, that's for sure. We wanted to get a lot deeper into this tournament, but we won a Pac-12 championship this year. That's pretty incredible. But you got to take all the highs and lows evenly, I think, and appreciate the good moments and the bad moments. But I think it's important for us going into the off season to remember the bad moments a little bit more, just to give us that fuel.
Any other questions?
One quick question for Sydney. Tom, did the guards do anything switching off defensively that caused you guys fits tonight?
I don't think so. Usually we make the shots that we were getting. Coach Rueck put us in a position to be successful every time we were down the floor, and a lot of turnovers. There were crazy plays today that usually don't happen for us, but like I said, it wasn't in the cards for all of our shots to fall.
Thank you. Thank you both of you. Questions for Coach Rueck? Gina?
You tied the game at 64. Jamie has that huge three, then you don't score the rest of the game. What do you think was just the biggest difference down the stretch for you guys?
I thought the shot of the game was the shot clock layup. I thought that was kind of I didn't like the response it brought out of us. They looked at the clock on it, or the camera, they reviewed it, and to make sure it counted, and I didn't like the energy right then. It's like we didn't respond with a fight like you have to, and so I think right then there a little doubt crept in, and you can't let that happen, and then we played the rest of the game with that, so they're going to hit big shots. They've won a lot of games like we have, and so we tied it. I think Wolfram hits the jumper straight on, and then we needed to respond, and we just missed shots after that.
Steve?
Scott, Jamie, everybody, a lot of players have some big games, but she seemed to really kind of give you that spark in that second half, and she almost tried to will this team. Just talk about what today's game, that stretch there in the second half, and what she's been all season for you guys.
Warrior, warrior. It wasn't her night the other night. She didn't shoot the ball great the other night, but today we got a great defensive effort from her, and then on the other end, she wanted the ball so bad. She wanted to win. That kid was in tears before the buzzer. Afterwards, that's the emotion that a champion has. If you lose, that's what comes out, because you've given it everything you have. So that's what she means to us. That's every day that she's diving on the floor. I don't know how she's still standing, to be honest. She does that in shoot-arounds. She does. She's throwing herself on the floor in shoot-arounds. So she's got one speed, So what you saw today was just a warrior doing everything she can to help her group win. She loves these kids, and she, it's a special person, who happens to play basketball.
Gonzaga Bolton?
Eden Mossy, Gonzaga Bolton. Gonzaga scored 27 points off the bench. To you guys was 2. Was that something that you weren't expecting, or something you guys weren't ready for?
We needed more from our bench. I wasn't expecting 2 points from our bench, and. Yeah, so, that was That's an absolute factor in this game. When you get something from your bench, it gives you a spark. Now, on the plus side, Marie played phenomenal. This was the best game of Marie's career today. We needed her defense. She stopped Greiniger in the second half. Once she went in and we put her on her, there's a German connection there, and so she took that relationship, to another level, and it was fun to watch them battle down the stretch, So Marie gave us big minutes, but we certainly needed more scoring, no doubt. And Gonzaga has nice depth. They played well. Their bench sparked them early, after we had jumped out on them.
Scott, you mentioned the other day about South Dakota State, even they were 14 seed, and Gonzaga was whatever, 11. Does that just show you how strong and how deep this tournament has become, and maybe even more so every year? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That team looks better than an 11 to me. Nobody wants to see that team, especially when they've got a chance to go home. You're joking. So, thanks to the committee for that one, but thanks for treating a 3 like that. But anyway, they're good, and I think I read it somewhere, Lisa said, throw the seeds out. And you do. You have to, and you got to take it one game at a time and respect everyone, and these guys certainly had our respect before the game, and they earned it as they went as well.
Gonzaga comes out shooting really efficiently from the floor. They were 14 of their first 8 games. What made them so difficult to guard?
Well, in the post, I mean, you mentioned that we were longer. I don't know. If you stretch this all out, I think they might be longer than us overall. I mean, their guards are big. They're long. That's a long team. I don't know who in the Pac-12 is that big. Thinking about it. Overall, and so their ability to get shots up over the top of our defenders. 44 Cheslett comes in and she scores 3 times over Ruth right away. That doesn't happen very often. And so they were able to get shots off that were good shots for them. I thought we needed to crowd them a little more, although I didn't mind. I thought we were playing hard. I liked our position. We had a good energy to start this game on both ends of the floor. And then I thought their guards did a nice job separating off on-ball screens, created space, and then Sid mentioned turnovers early. And I thought, honestly, it's 9-2. We turn it over back-to-back times, kind of careless plays to create momentum for them. And you knew they were coming. They were going to certainly respond at some point, but I thought we helped them a little bit right there. We didn't need to make the plays that we made at that time. We relaxed a little bit. That created momentum. It got them in transition, and they needed that to get going, and they capitalized on it.
Jim?
What was your message to the team just after the game, and maybe just what do you hope that the next step for this group? You've made so many strides already. Yeah. What's next for you?
Well, it's just a progression. Everything's a progression. This is year 5, year 2 in the tournament for us. Playing as a favorite this year, Gonzaga's been there every year, right? It's what they do, and so we've got to get to that level of expectation, and I think you just keep getting better and better at it. I think what Sid alluded to, I think had more to do with not lack of effort. This team plays hard all the time. Mental effort all the time. Becoming a champion all the time, and we were good enough in that regard to win our conference this year. Now, how can we take it to another level in every way so that our weaknesses, we just don't have any? Today, we paid for every mistake we made. Every mistake. We missed a box out, we paid. We hung our head, we paid. We turned our head to look for an on-ball screen, we paid. We paid for every mistake, every turnover turned into points. And so you just got to play at a level where there just aren't mistakes. And that team's going to win at this time of the year. So there's just another gear for us to hit as a group, as coaches and players, and so anxious for that challenge, and so very grateful. And that was my comments to the team. What I told you first, was I'm very fortunate to be part of this group. This is a very special group of people that had an incredible journey this year that came up a little bit short that we wanted, but pretty amazing what they've done, and so. The outside says, well, you're at home, you're a 3 seed, you should win. Yeah, I agree, but doesn't take away everything we've accomplished, So, I told him I loved him, and I couldn't be prouder of Allie Gibson, I love everything about that kid.
Let's see.
Ruth had 9 points and 4 boards, but it felt like a really quiet 9 points, and she sat for a long stretch in the second half. Was she just not the factor you needed her to be, and what was happening?
Well, we could have used her double in those numbers, you know, no doubt, you know. I thought, yeah, there was a level of aggressiveness I would have liked to see a little bit more of from her, no question. I thought we got that from Marie. You know, Marie was a little bit able to move with their posts a little bit better. You know, and we didn't have Ruth on Sunny, you know, but we put Marie on Sunny, so she was just a little more versatile. You know, and so they went small, so we kind of adapted and went small with them. We got back in the game doing it, you know, so we played actually maybe our best stretch of the game with Ruth out, and that's just, you know, the way the game goes sometimes, you know. So Ruth is phenomenal. She's had an incredible year, you know. But yeah, I would like to see 8 boards in that time.
Eric Anderson, the Oregonian. Coach, I understand Jamie and Ellie think will have a bit of a relationship from AAU. Was there any time before this game that she identified tendencies of Ellie's? I know they haven't played together or against each other in college, but did she know anything about her game that she tipped the team off on?
I don't know. Not to me. I mean, we have so much film that, you know, we know everything everybody does, you know, and so she may have shared some of those things with her teammates, but she didn't contribute. That was a long time ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach Rueck.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Scott.
Bye.